Hey, welcome to Miji and Poppy's Kitchen. Today I have a side dish that is easy, it's beautiful, it's delicious, and best of all, there's no baking or cooking involved, and it's made ahead so you can just pull it out when you need it, and it's there and it's ready. So let's get started. Okay, this is called creamy frozen fruit cups. I made this back when Phil and I first got married, and I would take it to Thanksgiving get togethers, and it became kind of what I was known for there for a while, and for good reason. It is so delicious. I could eat these all the time. And thanks when I'm filming this, Thanksgiving and Christmas are coming up, and it is perfect for those things. But this would be perfect for any time of the year. They are, like I said, so good. You make them ahead, you just pull them out when you need them, and I can't wait to show you how to do this. And so easy. So first I'm going to, and I'll link the recipe to the bottom, but you're going to start with a package of cream cheese softened. And softened is very important because you don't want it lumpy. And so when it's softened and you mix it, it gets rid of the lumps. I had forgotten to set my cream cheese out. Usually you want to set it out about an hour ahead of time, but I forgot. So I put it in the microwave about 20 seconds. I put mine on about 60% power, and it's perfect. So it softens it perfectly. So you put that, and if you don't have a hand mixer, you can use if you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer, or even if it's soft enough, you can just mix it with a spoon. And then a half of a cup of sugar, and you mix that together until it's fluffy. So I'd say probably that's going to mix for a minute or two. In the meantime, so you have a jar of maraschino cherries. It's supposed to be 10 ounces and you drain them, but my jar that I found was 16 ounces. So I'm going to tell you how I'm going to change the recipe for myself, because I'm going to use all the cherries because I love maraschino cherries. Okay, but it's been about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. It looks good and fluffy. I'm going to stop that. And this is how mine is going to be different. It says to drain your cherries, and the first instruction, besides mixing this until it's fluffy, is cutting the 9 cherries in halves. But I'm not going to do that. This is for the topping of the cups. So since I had extra, I'm just going to put a whole cherry on top instead of a half of a cherry. So, and then I'm going to chop the rest. I normally have a chopper that chops things really easy, but it broke and I keep forgetting to order one. So I'm just going to do it myself with my knife. It won't take long. Cherries are so soft and easy to chop, and these are so good. Even if you don't like chewing on a maraschino cherry, the flavor that it adds to these little fruit cups is really good, and it's just pretty in there. And like I said, Christmas and Thanksgiving are coming up, and so all these rich, pretty colors in the fruit cup, I love it. And then you're going to put a little orange and a cherry on top of them. I love this recipe. The next step, it says to set aside the halved cherries, which are my whole cherries, 18 of them, because it does make 18 cups, and then 18 orange segments. So I always go through, and you're just using a can of mandarin oranges. Let's see, a 10-ounce can of mandarin oranges. So I just pick out the ones that are whole and pretty and not too big, because they're going to be on top, and I don't know, I just don't want a huge one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That one wasn't so pretty. 12, 13, 14. I'm getting down to where they're not so pretty, or they're huge. 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so setting the whole cherries and whole oranges aside, and then it says we are adding 1 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple, drained, to the mixture that we just did in the mix, the cream cheese and the sugar. Then we're adding pecans. Oh, I haven't chopped those yet. So this is a half of a cup of chopped pecans. Again, my chopper would come in handy right now. But I'm just going to do these by hand, which is only going to take a minute. Love pecans. Okay, and a tip for pecans. Anytime you're going to use pecans in a recipe, they are so much better when they're toasted. So a very easy way to toast pecans, if they're frozen, which mine always are, because I use a lot of pecans, so I always buy a big bag of pecans, so I freeze them. If they're frozen, you're going to put it on a microwavable plate, put them in the microwave for a minute, then kind of stir them up with your hand, and then put them in there for another minute, and it perfectly toasts the pecans. If they're not frozen, I'd say do it for about a minute, and they should be good. And you'll smell them. They smell so good. Okay, so now I am adding this to the bowl, and then the chopped cherries. And we are almost done with this recipe. This is how easy this is. Okay, so it says to mix those together. And look how pretty. Just the color and just love it. Tried and true. Like I said, most of the time what I do on this channel are new things, because that's just how I like to cook. It's how I like to eat. I like trying new things. But this is a recipe that I come back to all the time. It seems like everybody loves it. It's easy. It's different. So now what we do, we're going to fold in 8 ounces of whipped cream. So just put that in there. And folding in just means you're a little more gentle. Get it all mixed together so you don't break down the whipped cream as you're getting it together, but you do make sure it's all good mixed in there. I am dog sitting for my daughter's dog, and she is just going crazy out there. I don't know if you can hear a little chihuahua, but she makes a lot of noise. Now we fold in the rest of the oranges that we didn't set aside for the topping. Mix that in. Okay, and then it says to spoon the line the muffin pans with, I have foil liners is what it suggested. That's what I happen to have, so that's what I'm using too. And then you're going to just fill up the cups, garnish with the reserved cherries and oranges, and freeze until firm. And then you remove from the freezer 10 minutes before serving. So I'm going to see about my cookie scoops. Oh yeah, that is perfect. If you have a large cookie scoop, looks like that is going to be the perfect amount. Then I'll show you. I'll do these 6, and then I'll top it, and then I'm going to freeze it. And y'all, I'm not kidding, they are so good. I don't even have to do a taste test. Normally I taste them and let you know how it tastes, but I don't have to, because I've been making these for years and years and years. Poppy and I have been married for 34 years, so I've been making them for probably over 30 years. Okay, so you put a cherry and an orange on top of every one, and then I'm going to freeze them and just put them on a pretty plate when it's time to serve them. And it says to have them out for at least 10 minutes before you serve it. But most of the time I'm going somewhere when I take these. So, I mean, they can sit out for a while. And I mean, you could even eat them now, just cold, and it would be delicious. But They are called creamy frozen fruit cups. So that's what I'm going to do. So look how pretty. Isn't that just, I love these. And the inside is just as pretty as the outside. Um, so enjoy. Quick, easy, fun, beautiful, make ahead, no bake side dish. Enjoy.
Frozen in this moment with you, everything I fake from you. Frozen in this moment, so sure